This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to our Parent You on Xello with Miss Yinka.
All right, let me reshare my screen. Let's see. Sorry, I've never used this platform before, so I'm just trying to
That's
resume.
okay. We are
Okay.
seeing it perfect. There you go.
Okay, awesome. All right, welcome to your Xello training. This will be an easy peasy session. Pretty much what I'm going to do is go over the Xello family portal, how you access it, what you see when you get there, and then any questions that you have, I will try my very best to answer them. And if I don't have those answers for you, I will be sure to follow up and reach out. Okay? All right. So, a quick about me, I am a Houston resident. I am a former educator. I taught ninth grade English in Dallas at Uplift Charter. I also taught in Humble ISD here in the Houston area. During my time as an educator, I was a teacher leader. I was a grade level team lead. I was teacher of the year. Random facts about me, I am a big thriller reader. So, like, give me a serial killer, give me a cult, give me a podcast element, and I am all in. I'm also a really big thrifter, so I love going and finding something fun. Almost everything that I wear is thrifted, and I like to combine my two favorites because when I am thrifting, I'm also listening to an audiobook. So it's a really great scenario for me. But that's just a quick about me. So I am an educator. I literally love anything that is going to allow me to make teachers' lives easier, counselors' lives easier, to help support students. That is what I am here for. So just wanted to share that with y'all. So today we are going to cover pretty much like a brief overview of what is Xello. From there, I'll show you kind of an overview of the student experience. We won't necessarily delve deep into it, but I will show you kind of what that looks like. Then we'll talk about the family portal. So what you see on your end as the family user, and then I'll open it up to Q&A. So I am going to go ahead and share a video. Charity, let me know if this video is not playing audio for y'all. That's cool. It's an ad. Can y'all hear that? It shouldn't be an ad. Okay, perfect.
No, we're not hearing
No
anything just
sound?
yet.
Okay, one second. Let me pause and let me see if I can share sound. I don't quite know how to use this. So we may have to just skip the video for now. I'm trying to see. Hmm.
It may have gone to a different screen on your computer because we're still seeing your presentation with the graphic in there for the plus sign. But we're not
Mm,
seeing a video just yet.
interesting. Okay. Let's see. Let
Is that one of
me.
your YouTube videos?
Yeah, so there should be. I'm gonna try to reshare and see if I can just share the entire
Sorry.
screen. Do y'all see this now?
Yes.
A little
Yes.
boy? Okay. Do you all hear audio? Still no audio?
No, ma'am. I'm trying to find the video on my side because it was something started playing when I clicked it from my computer.
If I can locate the chat, I could also drop it in the chat.
Perfect. Up at the top right.
Okay, perfect. So let me exit out of this. And then top right. All right, did it pop up for you?
Yes. And then I can share it right quick,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for your flexibility.
No, thank y'all.
Okay, I am sharing it. And I'm going to press play. Miss
Okay.
Kathleen, Miss Buckles, can you guys let me know if you can hear?
You're juggling a lot as a student. Between school and the rest of your life, there's so much to think about. And looming large on that list is your future. You know your future is important, but it can also be hard to imagine. That's where Xello can help. Xello is all about your future and can help you create a map to get there. You'll start by thinking about who you are today. What do you like to do? What do you not like to do? What are you good at? Who you are today can give you clues about who you might become. Next, get ready to explore. What options are out there? Explore beyond what you know, beyond your town or city, beyond the jobs of people you know, beyond jobs you've ever heard about. Follow your curiosity from a favorite subject to a related job, to a job related to that job, to all the pathways you could take to get there. You may end up somewhere completely unexpected. Time management, job interviews, career biases, money. You'll learn about these topics and lots more. Plus, you'll be able to use this kind of knowledge to help you make decisions along the way. When you find a path you might want to take, use Xello to create a map, a plan that you can follow into your future. Set some goals to use as guideposts. Goals can keep you motivated, focused, and excited. Completing goals can give you a feel-good boost to keep you going. Turns out, thinking about your future can be pretty fun. But you may have moments where it feels overwhelming. In those moments, remember, everything can change. You can change your mind. You can change your plans. You can change. And Xello will be there to change right along with you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay. Perfect. And I believe I need permission to share again.
Again, okay. Let me. Alrighty.
Got it. All right. Let's see. Are y'all able to see my screen again?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So at Xello, we are going to help your child in a number of ways. So what we're trying to do is to help your students build self-knowledge. So we want them to define their interests, their skills, their preferences, aspirations, their goals. That way they're able to explore the opportunities that are going to be right for them. From there, we want them to explore options. So now that we've figured out who they are, now that they figured out who they are, what they like, what they're interested in, we want them to learn about those career possibilities, those educational pathways, and they're able to do so by exploring rich and engaging content and lessons. From there, we need to create a plan. So we have these ideas of what we enjoy, we've explored these options, but now we need an actionable plan. So something that they can tangibly do, whether that's creating short term goals, long term goals, but it's a way for them to outline the steps that they're going to need to take to achieve their school, career, and ultimately life goals. And then lastly, we are going to learn and reassess. So we do have interactive lessons built into Xello that are going to help your students, your child, develop those age appropriate skills as well as knowledge for success in school and beyond. So that is something that we promise to share and help your students understand as they're in Xello. So as your family users, we are going to work to help you all bridge that gap. So your students are working in Xello, and we want you all to be able to see what it is that they're doing in the platform to help open up those conversations with them as well. So that Xello Family Portal is going to help bridge that gap between educator, family, and student. There's going to be an intuitive platform that's going to keep you aligned to support your students on their career goals and journey. So you will have full visibility into your student work. So you're going to be able to see what it is that your students are going to be working on. With that, you'll be able to understand and navigate their work to view their progress on lessons, to view their course selection, their career and college exploration. And it's also going to be an easy starting point for you to have those future ready conversations to make sure that all stakeholders are aligned. So you want to know what your students are interested in and how you, as their parents, as their guardian, can support them moving forward. So as far as accessing your family account, you will receive a Welcome to Xello activation email. Once you've received that, it is going to be coming from no reply at Xello.world. Once you do that, you'll be able to click Add a Student, and then it'll redirect you to Xello to create that password. So that will be pushed out to you, I believe, by your administration. If you haven't received that yet, Charity, correct me if I'm wrong, you all will be sending that to them.
Yes, we will send it out again this week. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So I'm actually going to leave my slideshow presentation and kind of talk you through what you're going to see when you get into Xello. So I am going to log into my family workspace. I do have two. Yours will only have the family, but I'm also an educator in the platform as well. So when I click into my workspace, it's going to make me log in. So that's cool too. You will be able to save your login information. You will be able to create your own username and password for that. So when I log in, I'm automatically taken to this dashboard. It's going to say hello to me. It's going to show me the students that are currently linked to me. If an additional child is added to you, or if you are asking for if you're asking for additional students to be added, you'll see that up at the top. So if it is a student that does not tie to you, that is not tied to you, you do want to indicate that it is not your child so they can be removed from your account. But because Mirabelle is my student, I'm going to go ahead and click add. And then you'll see that I now have a list of all of the students that are tied to me. So I have Mirabelle and I have Zoe, and I'm able to toggle through and view their information. Something that I would like to point out to y'all up at the very top, you do have access to About Xello Family. So any additional resources that you would want to, whether it's watching videos about it, whether it's having support documents, whether it's answering those integral questions that you have, if you click up here by the light bulb, you will be directed to that information to learn more. So for here, I'm going to go ahead and click into one of my students. I'm going to select Zoe. And when I click on Zoe, I'm able to actually get a snapshot of what it is that she's doing in the platform. So I'm getting to see her about me information. So as she's completing those personality assessments, as she's completing those learning styles, I'd be able to see what it's building towards. I do have that overview so I can kind of see these are the education goals that she currently has. So when I'm having those conversations at the dinner table or as she's riding in the car with me, well, she's a senior, so chances are she's not riding in the car with me. But as we're having those conversations, I can bring up things that she's interested in, that she's talking about, that she's indicated, and we can kind of build off of that. I'm able to see those suggested clusters. So Zoe, you're looking at science and engineering. Let's talk more about that. What are you thinking moving forward? Here are your career matches based on all of the work that you've done in Xello, that about me, that matchmaker, that personality assessment. I can actually sit and have those conversations with my student. So these are the skills that you need to have. Maybe if you're saying that negotiating is a skill, let's practice that at home. Let's negotiate your allowance. Let's negotiate being able to stay out later. Let's kind of practice those skill sets that you're going to need to have for this career that you've indicated that you're interested in, that's been tied into all of that back work, all of that matchmaker likes, dislikes, personality assessments, different things like that. So you are able to get this full view of what it is that they're doing in the platform. So it is an open platform. Anything that your student does, you're able to see as well. We like to encourage that open communication, whether it's from the counselors to the teachers to the student, counselors to the parents, parents to the counselors. We want to make sure that all stakeholders are encouraged to participate in their students' success and their students' learning. So you are really able to learn more about any of these different sections. So personality style, if you were to click that eye, you do get more information that kind of talks through it. So you know what it is that they're doing in the platform, and you can kind of use that as your launch point for conversation. So it drops you into the About Me, but then you are still able to go through and view all of these other tabs as well. So I'm able to see those saved careers, those saved schools, those saved majors. So it is going to allow me to really go in and view that. So this agricultural engineer for Zoe, she likes this a lot. So this is something that we can talk about. Like, what is it about this that you enjoy, that you like, that you're excited for? And then you, as the parent or guardian, can go in and find ways to support them as they kind of launch into that career path or launch into that career itself. Plans, you're able to see their short term, long term goals that they've created in the platform. You can even talk with them about creating some at home, because with Xello, it's not solely focused on just what they want to do with education. You can have those goals and plans that are in the house as well. So maybe there's something that you want them to work on. Maybe there's a goal that they're trying to achieve, a short term goal, long term goal. They can put that into Xello, and you can have those conversations as well. Like, what are we doing to get to where we want to be? What are the steps needed to be there? It really is going to allow you the opportunity to be an active participant in your students' lives. And then, of course, you do have that college planning. You have those important dates based off of the schools that she's chosen. You're able to see the action items. Um, they're able to go in and update the decisions where they're at. So they're able to really go in and really build out what Xello looks like for them. And it is individual to each and every student. So this is Zoe's, but Mirabelle's might be completely different. Her focus might be um, on something else. Her desires might be on something else. And I'm able to flip through all of my students to see what that looks like. So I just wanted to briefly show you what this could look like. It is a very expansive platform. It does allow you to really see, based off of the work that your students, their counselors, their teachers are doing in the platform, you get to really see what's important to your kids. And I think that as they get older, those conversations tend to dwindle a bit. Um, I have an almost high schooler, so I'm kind of seeing now that he's not as verbose with things. And I only know that as he gets older, that it'll continue to be like that as well. So this is just a way to kind of have those conversation starters instead of those awkward, what did you do at school today? I can look and see what you did in school today, and let's talk about it. And you can actually talk about things that they have indicated that they care about. So that is your Xello family portal. Again, a couple of things. When you first log in, you will be pushed into this section. You'll be pushed into accept any students that have been tied to you. And then from there, you are able to go in and view those individual students. If you do want more information about Xello Family, that is going to be up here at the top with the light bulb. But one more thing that I do want to point out is this demo account. So you actually have a demo account as well. So at any point in time, you can go in and you can select um, the student demo, and you can explore Xello the exact same way that your student would explore Xello. So you can actually have those real live conversations. So everything that they have done, you can actually log in and do those same things. So when your student logs into Xello for the first time, they're going to have to choose career topics or content topics that interest them. When they click on that and select it, you're going to see that it builds out their feed, and you can actually go into a demo account and explore it the same way that they would. You can take those matchmaker assessments, those personality quizzes. You can have those conversations. A lot of times we are in careers and there might be something else that's out there for us. I'm a firm believer in lifelong learning, and nothing is a one size fits all situation. So I think it's always interesting as parents, as guardians, to go in and explore those things as well. So you do have your own demo account. It is not going to affect your student's account. It's not going to affect the school's account. This is really just a place for you to go in and explore those same things that your student is currently exploring. And you'll notice that I only have access to the grade level that my student is in. So both of my students are in the 12th grade, but if you had a 6th, 8th, and 10th grader, for instance, I could go into a 6th grade account, an 8th grade account, a 10th grade account. So just wanted to put that out there for you. So you do have that demo account as well. That was a lot of information. I do want to share some conversation starters that you could potentially use with your students as they're going into Xello, as you've kind of looked and seen what they're doing. You can ask them about their career matches. Did anything surprise you? You as the parent, you as the guardian, you can do the career assessment as well. And you can kind of talk about that. Like, oh, I ended up as a funeral director. I never would have thought that, but this is why Xello said that because of what I chose. What about you? What do you like or dislike? What made you decide on this course? You can kind of talk about what they're choosing as like their after school plans. So if I want to be an apprentice, what's the plan for that? What's the workflow? Have you looked at any places? So it's just a great way for you to kind of talk about your students' future and what works best for them, what will work best for them. And I do always like to share that with Xello, we are not strictly focused on that 4-year plan. College is not necessarily for every single student, and we do celebrate and we do support every pathway, every avenue. So whatever it is that your student is focused on, whether they're going to the military or straight into the workforce, or they're taking a gap year, or you have life skill students that are going to have a supported community, whatever it is that they're looking at for their future, Xello does have those resources to support them and get them on their way. I will share these resources with Charity. Charity, you can push these out, but these are going to be some getting started articles for your family users. So we are very big on safety. We are not pushing out your students' information, FERPA compliant, all of that. Future readiness articles, a deeper dive into your students' Xello experience, and then a deeper dive into how you, as your family user, are experiencing Xello as well. That was a lot of information. Does anyone have any questions or anything that I can help you answer before I pass this back to Charity? Quiet bunch. All right. Thank y'all so much for your time. I'm going to stop sharing, and Charity, I'm going to let you take over.
Thank you so much, Yinka. We appreciate it, and I look forward to getting those resources to push out to our parents this week as well. You have a great day.
You as well. Bye-bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.
Parents, if you are on here, I am just going to share what we are currently working on for 8th grade, which is the student's course planner, which is also their PGP, meaning personal graduation plan. And so 8th graders are selecting their 9th grade courses and are putting those in the 9th grade column. It all will look like these blue pluses, and it has the courses available to the student. And the purple ones also denote graduation requirement courses. So they're selecting those as well. Now, this is a plan. So every year, your student will come back to it and we will review the courses in their plan to make sure they want to stay on track with the courses that they chose. And if not, we are able to edit it each year to ensure that the personal graduation plan aligns with the student's post-secondary goals and focus. So you will get an email with information to create your account. And then 8th grade parents do need to sign the PGP, personal graduation plan, in Xello. It is a state requirement for all PGPs to be signed by parents, but we are moving to a digital model. So we wanted to make sure that we provided the training for you, and we will support you guys as we transition in this way as well. So be looking for something from me this week or next week. We are still completing some with the students, but your students do know how to access this, and they can show it to you on their Chromebook as well before you create your family account. We appreciate you joining us today. And as always, reach out if you have any questions. This concludes our Parent U Xello one-on-one.